What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Now, today we're taking a look at a Phase 3 gold farm. I am recording this before Phase 3 comes out. I'm currently playing on my level 60 character in Classic era, but I want to show you guys some farms that will be highly relevant in Phase 3, and this is one of those. It's going to be an absolutely great gold farm. We have a couple of tricks to make it even better as well, so no matter what class you are, stay tuned for a couple of ways to make this farm even better for you. Now, if you want to have early access to gold farms in Phase 3, investments in Phase 3, what to use your gold on to multiply it, and just make a bunch more gold, check out my Classic WoW gold making guide if you haven't yet. Link will be down below in the video description or the pinned comment. This is a full-fledged gold making guide that I made from scratch, containing the best gold farms, the best investments, the best crafts, and talking about everything that I know when it comes to gold making. I made 11,000 gold in Phase 2 that we have now put into investments that we're hoping to double or triple in gold in Phase 3, so we're making a bunch of gold, and I'm telling you guys everything that I'm doing when I'm doing it. So when you buy the guide, you get access to a private gold making community, a Discord server, where I'm keeping you guys up to date on pretty much a daily basis on what I'm doing here, and I'm giving you early access to gold farming videos, and any videos that has to do with gold making, you will get them before they're public. That way, when it's a really good farm, you can farm before it's public, and when it's investments, you can buy the investments while they're cheap before they go public as well and go up in price. It's just my way of making sure you make the most gold you can, and the gold making community is a way to stay in touch after buying the guide, and just to get a follow-up. If you have any questions about gold making, you can ask them to me directly, and I respond, and we just help each other make as much gold as we possibly can. Once again, if you want to check it out, the link is down below. It's a great way to support me, and you're helping me a little bit be a better content creator, and I believe I can help you make a lot of gold as well, so check it out once again, link below, and use the code Solheim to get it for half price. That's right, half price by using the code Solheim. So, let's make some gold in Phase 3, let's talk about a farm. Today we're talking about the Living Essence, or Epic farm. You'll be able to get a bunch of epics here as well. You can get Traveler's Backpacks, a bunch of items. I'm going to show you guys an example pull, and then we're going to talk about the loot table, and show you guys some tips and tricks towards the end as well. So for the farm itself, you're focusing on these Warpwood Shredders and Moss Flayers. They are outside this cave in Fellowwood, and inside the cave as well. Now for the exact location, it's this cave all the way up north in Fellowwood. They're level 53, 54, and inside the cave they're 55 and 56 as well. So they're quite high level, so you want to be a hunter, for example, to pull them consistently. But pretty much anyone can pull the ones on the outside, and you can do it quite consistently as well. Now, you can do this in one of two ways. You can either AoE farm, which would be my suggestion, play a class with AoE abilities, or you can single target them down. Now, I'm going to show you guys an example as a feral here. What I would do, you just literally go for a single target kill, and it's pretty straightforward. You literally go for a single target kill, and that's all you're doing. Now, take a look at my health. It goes down quite fast. I'm level 60. Killing mobs one by one. That being said, I don't have any gear. I just got to level 60 on Classic Era to try out some farms, and haven't really gotten any gear. It's regular questing gear, but one mob took me down to 70% while killing that mob. Now, being level 50 in Phase 3, you will take even more damage, and probably deal less damage as well, but you do have access to a lot more gear than I personally do. Now, when it comes to the loot table from these mobs, you have a couple of different things. We're mainly looking for Living Essence, so going over to WoW, we can take a look at what Living Essence is used in. I'm just going to stealth over here as well. So for Living Essence, this is used in a bunch of crafts. Now for Phase 3, Blizzard has already confirmed professions will go all the way to max skill. So you can start doing all the crafts you can see right here basically, unless they're locked behind a quest with a level requirement, because the level is still level 50, so a quest being level 52 you still can't do, or you can't get recipes from Blackwing Lair, Molten Core, Dire Maul, stuff like that. So some recipes will be unavailable, but many of them will be available, but not all of them will be relevant. Like this one, for example, level 60 item, not relevant. This one though, level 49, could be relevant. Level 60, not relevant. Level 60, level 60. But then we talk about enchanting. Enchant Bracer's healing power. 24 healing spells, requires 6 living essence. You have greater nature resistance, requires 4 living essence. Enchant weapon healing power, 6 living essence. And enchant weapon life stealing, 6 living essence. Those are just the enchants we know about, by the way. We have a lot more coming as well, which we don't really know all the materials required in the next phase. Living essence could be used in even more stuff than you're seeing right here. But even based on what you're seeing right here, Living Shoulders, for example, increases healing done by spells and effects by up to 31, requires 12 rugged leather and 4 living essence. Those are level 49 by the way, and requires 270 leather working. So Living Shoulders could be absolutely massive. You have a bunch more crafts as well going down this list, some of which are relevant and some of which are not relevant just yet. Even stuff like Transmute Life to Earth, Living Essence to Earth instead. And you have the chainmail down here, so the TLDR it's used in a bunch of crafts that could be available in Phase 3, and the ones that are not available in Phase 3 will definitely be available in Phase 4. Now, where do you farm Living Essence? There's a couple different places, but my favorite one is this one in Fellowwood, where I am right now. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the other loot table here. You can, for example, get Blood Amber. This is a quest item. You can get Corrupted Soul Shards. This requires you doing the quest to start gathering Soul Shards, but they are used in, for example, getting the Cleansed Songflower debuff. So Corrupted Soul Shards is really good to farm as well. You can get all types of herbs from these mobs, so Dreamfoil, Ghost Mushroom, Blindweed, Golden Sanasam, Heart of the Wild, like all those types of herbs you can also get. You can get major healing potions, Living Essence, superior mana potions, and scrolling down we can see more herbs, Firebloom, Goldthorn, Grum's Blood, for example, could be huge as well. Strength, Scroll of Strength, rank 3, Scroll of Agility, rank 3, Scroll of Spirit, rank 4, Star Ruby, and on the next page we also have Traveler's Backpacks, so you can start finding Traveler's Backpacks from these mobs, so you can farm 16 slot bags, which could be really valuable. On top of that, you can also get epics from this place, so keeping up here we can get Hurricane, a level 48 bow with 1.6 speed, but a chance to strike your target with a frost arrow for 31 to 45 frost damage. Going to the next page, we also have a couple more epics, including, for example, the Freezing Band. So Freezing Band, and also once again the bow can also drop from this place. We also have another type of mob which also drops the Lay of Lilies. Now how good that one's gonna be, I don't really know, but it's another epic you can get. And once again, Living Essence, bunch of herbs, bunch of mana potions, healing potions, scrolls, and still Traveler's Backpacks once again. Now the epics they can drop, it's basically all the high level epics, all the ones that are relevant next phase, including the glowing Brightwood Staff, for example. That's just a stat staff though, but yeah, they can drop a bunch of good items on top of what they're already dropping, and you get a lot of consistent gold from the healing potions, mana potions, Traveler's Backpacks, Living Essence, and all the herbs you get, and even the scrolls, right? So a bunch of consistent gold. So now that I've shown you guys where the farm is and what the loot is, what you're looking for, let's talk about how to make this farm even better for you, and the main reason why I'm covering this. There's a lot of mobs available, both outside the cave and inside the cave. So if you're an AoE farming class, even if you're just a single target range class, you can use a mob pathing abuse to kill these mobs, and I want to show you guys how the mob pathing works here. So you want to bring, for example, this guy all the way up here, and then you jump to this side, and now the mob is going to walk around to the other side. Now he can jump back up, and he's going to go down again, and you can just keep this up. It doesn't really count as a line of sight for you, but for the mob it does, so the mob isn't going to do anything on you, as long as you just keep jumping down. And the thing is, you don't even have to keep him leashed. He's so close that he will always be leashed on you, and if you get rooted, that's the only bad part. But as long as you stay far enough away, you should never really get rooted here. It only happens to me every other pull, so it seems a little bit weird when it happens, but every now and then that thing happens, and you do get rooted. But for the most part, you just want to make sure you keep killing the mob, keep hitting the mob, and keep the mob leashed. So in this case, you would be, for example, a Boomkin with more mana than me and less mana usage, and just keep killing him with Moonfire, Sunfire, or even Star Surge in Season of Discovery. Being a hunter, for example, you can pull more than one mob, and keep kiting back and forth here, and use Frost Traps, Explosive Traps, and just kite the mobs back and forth. Once again, be a little bit on the lookout for those roots. The roots are really bad, so like if you get rooted, that could mean death, at least if you're farming this in Phase 2, but this is really a Phase 3 gold farm. I'm going to make the video public in Phase 3 as well. So once again, Phase 3 gold farm, if you get rooted during an AoE pull, it could be kind of bad, but if you're a mage, you can blink out. If you're a gnome, you can use Escape Artist. You can even bring stuff like a lip, or even a free action potion, or something just in case. So in that case, you can do an AoE pull, and there's way less risks of dying than if you just face tank the mobs. They're level 53 to 54, so being, for example, a mage here, you might not be able to pull 10 mobs in one pull and face tank all of them, especially after the Living Flame nerf. But with this ledge mechanic, you can suddenly pull a lot more mobs, and even something like a boomkin, you can start pulling all the mobs and use, for example, Hurricane to AoE them down. You can be a Shadow Priest and use Mind Seer to actually AoE them down, and any class with an AoE ability in ranged can suddenly start AoE farming these mobs without having to face tank them. Even if you just want a single target as well, you can still single target and barely take any damage by just jumping back and forth. So once again, just want to show you the ledge mechanic here. You pull them back all the way up here. Even if you go inside the cave, just make sure you keep hitting them, keep them leashed, and then you just simply jump back and forth. So jump over here, land, and jump back over here. And if you just want to keep him leashed, take one attack, and then you jump back. Just make sure you keep hitting the mob. And then you jump back, you do one more attack, you jump back again, and that's basically the entire pull. You just keep this going for as long as you want, and then you get the loot at the end. It is super simple, and I just wanted to mention that because those ledge mechanics really makes the pulls even easier for pretty much any class out there, and it makes AoE farming even more accessible to more people. Either way, I just wanted to highlight this farm and also the ledge mechanics available right here, so feel free to go absolutely ham on this in Phase 3, and if you do, let me know how much gold you're able to make from this place, and also let me know how the competition looks like, because so far in Phase 2, it has been not contested at all. I've been trying out a couple of farms in Phase 2, now you have to have a hunter in that case, because mages, you're just going to be resisting every single attack. They're level 54, but as a hunter, you can start farming here in Phase 2, you can farm in Western Plague Lands in Phase 2, on Goro in Phase 2, it's just the pulls take a long time, but as long as you have a ledge mechanic, you literally put down a frost trap, explosive trap, and you just kite for eternity. But yeah, if you try it out in Phase 3, once again, let me know how much gold you're able to make from this place, and let me know how competitive or contested it is on your server. Once again, if you want to make more gold in Phase 3, or in the entirety of Season of Discovery really, check out my gold making guide through the link down below, or the top right corner of the screen right now, there's going to be a pop-up, and in this case I'm going to keep doing my best to help you make gold for the entire season. And if you do check it out, thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, leave a sub as well, and once again let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.